So I think the significance is that now the law is aligning to the Constitution. The problem we have is that this act is about 30 odd years old, and I don't think it envisioned the possibility of a husband wanting to have the surname of a wife. But at the same time, it must also be noted that it gives the party the option of doing so. Many women get married and they do not take the husband's surname. So that happens often. So if there is a husband out there that wants to take his wife's surname, now in terms of this ruling after Parliament, obviously in Act's law within 24 months, he is now allowed to have the option of taking his wife's surname. Obviously, it's a constitutional groundbreaking order that the court has given here solely because our constitution specifically does not discriminate between a husband and a wife. So that's very important.
All right.
So if we are saying that only a wife can take the husband's surname and a husband cannot take the wife's surname, obviously that's discrimination.
Yeah, and I think it was a long time overdue for most people, might think. Now, we know that this is going to take about 2 years for us to get it right from what we hear. But when it actually comes to that process, when somebody's going to go and change their name, the process to change that, is that going to cause a little bit of chaos? What challenges do you see there?
I think in terms of the current legislation and the current regulations in terms of the Births and Deaths Legislation Act, it's solely made for the purposes of a wife, of a female approaching Home Affairs to change the surname to that of the husband. So there needs to be a total overhaul of the processes within the Department of Home Affairs. New training has to take place, new legislation has to be enacted, new regulation has to be enacted, new forms have to be created. So it will most probably take time. However, but I think the simplest way for them to fix this would be just to change the relevant section by saying a husband or a wife may take the other party's surname. And that should fix things quite quickly.
Well, let's get a little more specific about what this might mean for, others. And I'm asking about the impact on same-sex marriages here. I mean, where you have two women who are getting married and one, how do you decide? Because this talks about man and wife, and then you have also two men who are married. How do you see that working out? And the challenge there?
I think it poses I think it poses a serious constitutional challenge because once the court starts getting involved on this specific level,